As you consider franchising, either as a franchisee or as a franchisor, you may at some point wonder where the idea of franchising originated. Today we will look at the history of franchising and the path that this industry has taken. Franchising began in ancient times. For the first couple of millennia, franchising basically stayed the same. Then, right around the beginning of the 20th century, modern franchising was born. Today, franchising is a huge part of our national economy. The idea of franchising started in the Middle Ages, though it wasn't called a franchise. Royalty would grant the right to collect taxes in a certain area or territory. The collector of the taxes would pay a predetermined amount of the taxes back to the crown, hence the term royalty. In addition to this payment, this pre-modern franchisee had obligations. Those obligations included enforcing laws and keeping the peace. This was basically an outsourced police force, allowing the monarchy to hold much larger areas under its sway than it would be able to do without this arrangement. Early modern franchising began with Albert Singer, considered by most to be the first modern franchisor. Albert used door-to-door salespeople to sell his products over large geographic areas, and the people who used his name paid him a percentage of the profits. His company is also the first to use something akin to the modern franchise agreement. After World War II, the demand for goods and services in the American home began to rise. As the baby boomers began to come of age in the 60s, this demand began to skyrocket, and the demand helped fuel the astounding franchise growth in the 60s and 70s. Unfortunately, with this growth, there was often unscrupulous practices, including false and wild earnings potential claims, violations of exclusive territory rights, and just outright fraud where a brand was being sold that didn't even exist. Congress put an end to all of this in the late 70s by instructing the Federal Trade Commission to begin regulating franchises. It did so in 1978 by issuing regulations that mandated franchisors and the representatives to disclose certain information deemed material to making an educated franchise purchase, and outlawing many of the back-of-the-napkin earnings claims that were rampant at the time. So that's the history of franchising up to modern times. Today, franchising is the most popular way for people to go into business, and there are 760,000 franchise businesses in the country today. The economic and job impact of these franchisees cannot be overstated. As you can see, franchising contributes to millions of jobs and trillions of dollars in our economy.